Harris at the 4. Vucevic in the middle. Victor Oladipo is out there with Freak. And it's Christopher in at the 3. The Hawks working the ball around. There's the screen. Back to Korver. Down low. Here's Horford. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against Portland.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Korver, no luck. Orlando with the ball. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. You could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
Cephalosha misses.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Shoot first and ask questions later is a philosophy all players can get with, and one he instilled in his team today. With the shooters they've got, he wants any open look to immediately result in a jump shot. Players love it, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
I definitely can appreciate their approach with the 3-ball.
And a wide open look for Freak. Offensive rebound. And it's Vucevic missing.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
Here's Horford. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the night.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Freak kicks to Oladipo. Here's Christopher, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And Atlanta has possession after the Magic pick up 2. 5 on the clock. Feeds to Horford. And here's Cephalosha for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotage. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Now T, following the three-point attempt by Freak. T kicks to Horford. Some solid defense from Harris. Magic leading by 5. Here's Freak, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And Freak's agent in attendance at the game today, Dom Pagnotti, the famous Dom Pagnotti. You might hear stories positive and negative about him, but he has a lot of big-name clients, that's for sure, Clark.
Yep, and Freak is one name in a long list for Pagnotti. Some question his motives and how he gets deals done, but that's not for you and I to debate.
No.
You certainly can't argue with his results.
Well, you know him well. You call him DP. I just call him Dom. And you hear so often about work ethic of players, but Freak has put his money where his mouth is. He built a private gym at his house so he can put time in on the court, Clark, whenever he wants to.
Yeah, that's a good step. And Freak is well known to be a workout. Well, freak is probably the best way to say it, so that shouldn't come as any surprise.
Got a piece of it. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Millsap's running, and that one's good.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg. Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Back to Hardaway. The feed to Millsap. Cannot hit. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Here's Freak. Good on the triple. Freak's got 10 points.
as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Paul Millsap. Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Orlando. Atlanta will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for Splitter. Millsap comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Justin Holiday. And it's Korver in for Hardaway. Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Sefolosha in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Freak. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder was superb. He ended with 28 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
Here's Teague. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic, outside Korver. They need this, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
On the wing, Harris. The dish to Vucevic. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Right now, they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Putting it together offensively, looking to build some more momentum.
Now here's Korver. 9-point game his last outing. The Hawks working the ball around. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Magic?
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around, because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Here's Christopher. 8 points for him. Oladipo outside. Here's Freak. Here's Vucevic. Good. Vucevic has got 6 in the quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Atlanta timeout. And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Skiles was going over with his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Vucevic. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Atlanta. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference. And of course, Orlando. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And I think for the Magic, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yeah, you know, Greg, it's been a shame for their fan base, too, because they haven't really had much to be optimistic about to this point.
Now here's Freak. 14 points for him. The pass to Christopher. It's Freak, top of the key. Christopher, the pass to Vucevic. Harris dishes to Freak. Three-pointer. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Outside Teague. Now here is Cephalosha. He's tightly guarded. They set the screen. Teague left side from 15 feet away. That doesn't go in either for Teague.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now here's Oladipo. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. From the top of the key. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Oladipo's got the lead up to 8 now for Orlando. 1:12 left here in the second. Picked by Horford. T kicks to Korver. Here's Horford. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Freak with it. 17 points in the game. Harris with it. Now defended by Korver. And it's Freak missing.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now here is Cephalosha. Korver gets a wide open look. Gets to the corner and buries it. Korver's got 8 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now here's Freak. Teague covering.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
The Hawks trail by 8. Now Hardaway. 5 points in the game. Outside Teague. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Magic out in front, up 8. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, guys, with Nick here, what was the difference in how this team...
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Freak. He's got 19 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
Here's who Scott Skiles is starting the second half with. Harris at the 4, Vucevic in the middle. Freak is out there with Oladipo. And it's Christopher in at the small forward.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Korver. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 4 rebounds in this game. Freak with it. Now defended by Korver. That pushes it to double digits. And it's now 22 points for Freak.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
Teague the pass to Horford. He's looking for Teague and finds him. And that one's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. And stolen by Horford. And Teague, here we go.